We're now joined by Ahmed al Ibrahim. He's a political analyst joining us from Riyadh in Saudi Arabia. Pleasure having you on the show.
Same here. Pleasure to have you. Thank you.
So let me dive straight into the most interesting question I think that all of us have today. Are we expected to hear an announcement on normalization with Israel during the Biden visit to Saudi Arabia?
Well, definitely we're not going to wake up and find a full normalization between Saudi Arabia and Israel. However, Saudi Arabia has expressed many times that there is a way and there is a roadmap in order to achieve a full normalization with Israel. However, this visit from President Biden that is coming, especially taking a flight direct from Tel Aviv to Jeddah, that is going to be one of a kind. I know President Bush actually did that in 2008, but this has more symbolic meetings. Definitely, it is going to warm up the relationship. However, we are not going to see any announcement of normalization between Saudi Arabia and Israel at this point. When Saudi Arabia actually comes, they come with a full force, with all files has been agreed from both parts. Israel has to play ball with Saudi Arabia. There is a lot of giving in when it comes to normalization and the issues of the Palestinians and the two-state solutions and the challenges that the Palestinians has. So this is what we anticipate. This visit, it's going to basically cement the relationships between the United States and Saudi Arabia after the long rupture that has happened since Biden took office. But to answer your question, I don't think we're going to see a full normalization at this point.
Definitely, Biden is making his way all the way to Saudi Arabia due to different regional interest, the Russian invasion of Ukraine, the American need in Saudi oil. For example, as you mentioned, he has called in the past MBS a murderer with regards to the Khashoggi assassination in Turkey. The atmosphere, this visit is going to be completely different. What have the Saudis asked in return? Is that the Israeli ammunition, the Israeli security systems that are going to be sold, or anything else from Washington?
Well, definitely Saudi Arabia is looking at this visit. It's based on what this administration wanted to do. Listen, Saudi Arabia is a long ally of the United States, and they are joined by the hip. And we are used to that from president to president, like since President Obama and even before, then President Trump, things are good. And then we come to President Biden. We do understand that the White House and the State Department are very, very, very politicized. And we know who's actually undertaking the U.S. government now. It's not the President Joe Biden. It is basically Jack Sullivan and Antony Blinken. So these two people have been going back and forth between Saudi Arabia and Washington, and we see there are mixed messages. These things are not negotiable when it comes to Saudi Arabia. By putting or enforcing some of the human rights that acceptable in the United States, or what they covered with the human rights, and they're trying to impose it on Saudi Arabia. Some of these issues are not negotiable. Regarding the oil pretty much is Saudi Arabia is pretty much set on the oil policy. We see in the past probably 2 days, we see a big drop in the oil prices. Saudi Arabia is assessing with OPEC Plus the demand on oil and what is the market needs when it comes to oil. We are not going to pump oil just in the sake of disrupting other economies around the world. We feel that the oil is a global commodity, and Saudi Arabia, with their track record, has been very, very amazing in assessing the whole situation on a daily basis. And anyway, Saudi Arabia has increased their oil production to the almost maximum capability with the other GCC countries. Yeah. So this is definitely it is pretty much set. What Saudi Arabia needs from Washington, they need to understand what is really the deal and what the vision of the United States in the region. What is happening with the alliances with Israel, with Saudi Arabia, with the other GCC country. We need to understand these kind of moves that actually pulling away from Afghanistan, and without consulting the GCC countries and the Israel and the other countries that they have challenges in this region. They have the same challenges. What are the strategy of the United States in the region? We just need a consistent policy that give us comfort with our ally. All these messages that Biden said in 2018 about our leadership and about the Saudi people, and now he's showing up over here. What does that mean? The Saudi people are questioning the integrity of the U.S. government and how they look at Saudi Arabia. Definitely, we are working good with the CIA, with the FBI, with the NSA, with the deep state, if I may say, because they do understand how Saudi Arabia is a vital, country to and vital, strong power in the region. But that does not translate on how the message is conveyed. As far as what we are looking again from the United States is basically assurances and help in some of the files, like consulting Saudi Arabia and the GCC country and Israel when it comes to Iranian file. What have they been done with that? Taking steps, trying to put the area at heat. Yet yesterday or the day before, we saw that the American army has killed one of the leading members of ISIS in Syria, and that's a great move. But we need to see more commitment to the region, and we don't want it.
Our time is running short, so I will interrupt you because I do want to ask. Biden will be arriving to Saudi Arabia from Israel. Is there a chance that we could see a high-level Israeli representative in Saudi Arabia this weekend?
At this point, there is no names has been given, or there is no feel that there is a high official Israeli that's going to attend the summit.
But there is an arms deal that's being discussed. It seems like relations can't be more normal than this if arms are being sold from one country to another. Do you think it's going to be diplomats from Israel that will be accompanying a decision like that or a ceremony like that over the weekend?
I really cannot give any answer to that. But again, a full normalization is not in the horizon yet. And we do all understand that there is a weapon system that the GCC countries are looking at, which is the Iron Beam that Israel has and hasn't been tested yet. But it is one of the things that GCC countries have. And we also know that the Chief of Staff of the Ministry of Defense of Israel, his name is Aviv Kohiva, has been deployed a couple months ago to Bahrain and Israel, actually.
Ahmed al Ibrahim, sadly we need to part. I'd love to speak to you again. Thank you.